Who has been hotter than the Detroit Tigers down the stretch this season? Nobody. Jim Leyland has his boys firing on all cylinders. Currently, they have won 12 straight, 22 of 26 overall. They are poised to clinch their first division title since 1987 as their magic number stands at 2. Tonight, the Tigers invade Oakland with one thing on their mind: postseason baseball. Game 1 of 4. A's Tigers next. Jim Leyland and the red-hot, and I mean red-hot, Detroit Tigers in town. A big weekend of baseball, and it starts early. Thursday night baseball from the O.K Coliseum. Tigers, they want to celebrate tonight. The A's, they want nothing to do with celebration on their home turf. It's the Tigers and the Athletics. Game 1 of 4 coming up on Comcast Sportsnet, California. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's Baseball. Along with Ray Fosse, I'm Glenn Kuiper. Indeed, the hottest team in baseball. The Tigers, Ray, they're on a 12-game winning streak. Simple for them. Indians lose, they win. They win the Central tonight. When you've won 12 straight, who knows what can happen? And especially if you look at some great numbers when they've won 12. How about that? A .329 batting average. You score almost 8 runs a game. Your pitching staff gives up a little over 2. That means you're going to win 12 games in a row because there's not anybody going to do anything against you. They have a tremendous lineup with Cabrera and Victor Martinez hitting behind him. That's the biggest key for the Tigers this season, but they have a complete club, and I still think when they have a manager in Jim Leyland, they got a pretty good chance to win. They stretched that out a little bit. They've also won 22 out of their last 26 games. A's have a hot hitter. His name is Josh Willingham, and Ray, he's marching toward 100 RBIs. Well, 26 and 91, 26 home runs. He's driven in 91. He's swinging the bat so well, and especially when you look at it mid-September, he continues to swing a hot bat. No doubt playing left field and DHing with Matsui playing some in left field. But Josh Willingham, the best hitter on the ball club this season, especially the way he has used the whole field. It doesn't matter. He's a complete hitter, a professional hitter. He knows how to drive in runs, and especially the long ball, something the A's have not had, hitting from the right side for quite a while. Fortunately, they've had Willingham this season. Let's hope it goes beyond the 2011 season as well. Pitching matchup, Max Scherzer for the Detroit Tigers, Brandon McCarthy for the Athletics. Stick around. We come back to the Coliseum. We'll have lineups and first pitch. The first of 4. It's the A's and the Tigers coming up.
A's Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by AT&T, by 95.7 The Game, the Bay Area's only FM sports station, and by Toyota. Check out the great deals at your local Toyota dealer today.
Welcome back to the O.co Coliseum as we're just about set for baseball. Game 1 of a 4-game series. So it's going to be a good weekend of baseball here at the Coliseum with the Detroit Tigers, the hottest team in baseball, on the verge of division title. And the A's want to play spoilers the entire weekend. Game time weather is brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is open this weekend. A cool 59 degrees. One of the dark clouds, a little marine layer coming in. So the Tigers, winners of 12 straight, 22 of their last 26. And their situation is simple. They need the Cleveland Indians to lose, and they need to win tonight, and they will be division winners. Lineup for the Tigers tonight, it's a good one. Jackson in center, Ordonez in right, Delman Young in left, Cabrera is at first, Martinez the DH, Avila the catcher, Peralta at short, Betemit is the third baseman, and Ramon Santiago plays second.
Brandon McCarthy on the mound for the Athletics, and for McCarthy, his third start this season against the Tigers, a couple of no decisions. And how about tonight's nice, cool weather? He started against the Tigers in Detroit at 95 degrees with about 100% humidity. So tonight, much different, even though he's going with the short sleeves, or at least 3/4. And Brandon McCarthy looking for win number 9. Been a very good season for him. 8-8, and once he came off the DL, he's been good.
Defensively for the Athletics, Willingham, Crisp de Jesus. So it's great to see Coco Crisp back in the lineup. Sizemore, Pennington, Sogard, and Allen on the infield, with Kurt Suzuki once again putting down the fingers. He's the catcher tonight.
Well, I think it's great about Coco, first of all, that he is back in the lineup, but with Ryan Sweeney leaving yesterday and with a quad injury, it's perfect timing for Coco to come back, get back to the leadoff position. Jamal Weeks another night off as he kind of takes his time with the leg injury that happened in Texas. So Melvin able to mix and match a little bit in tonight's game. Boy, that's the first of a whole bunch of strikes from McCarthy, and the Tigers don't know what they've got coming tonight.
That's right.
They're a pretty confident ball club, there's no doubt.
How could they not be?
Well, the players have that feeling that when they come to the park, they figure they're going to win. And that's a great feeling. And that man managing, they've got a very good chance. Jim Lee.
Swing and a miss by Austin Jackson. 1-2 the count. Tigers are 87-62. That's the third best record in the major leagues. Only the Phillies and the Yankees have a better record. They're 42-33 on the road. So that's a good road record, and they're just flat out good team. So 2-2 to Jackson with Maglio Ordonez in the on-deck circle. A fastball, swing and a miss, and that's the first out of the ball game. So one away. Well, we told you that Tigers need the Indians to lose, and they are indeed losing 6-0 in the top of the 7th inning down in Arlington. So the magic number is 2. And it would go down to 1 if the Indians were to lose.
Thing about Brandon McCarthy, and he showed it with leadoff hitter Austin Jackson, his high fastball has been very good for him, and a lot of swing and misses, a lot of strikeouts as a result of his good high fastball. It's a great curve cut fastball. So one of the pitches that he is throwing. Two-seamer getting ground balls. So it's been a very good season for the A's right-hander. You see the fastball and cutter. Look at that. Cutter is just 11% less than his true fastball. Curveball 18%. So a lot of movement on his pitches. Only 44% of them considered to be straight. Sometimes even the guy that throws a straight fastball doesn't go completely straight.
Ordonez with a line drive to right field, and that's a base hit. Well, Ryan Ryan Sweeney injured yesterday. This was the play.
Right quadricep, right there.
Number 21.
Grabbed it and
Young.
walking slowly, was walked hard, and
First base.
that's, who knows? I mean, with a limited amount of time remaining, Bob Melvin knows it may be tough for Ryan Sweeney to come back, especially with the leg injury.
Well, the A's will have 12 games left after tonight.
Delman Young, a happy camper. He was with the Twins. You talked about their record yesterday and how dismal of a season they have had. Delman Young was with the Twins and just moved across the other clubhouse. And worst to first in one matter of a day, maybe minutes. But Delman Young has stepped right into this lineup of the Tigers and provided the pop that he knew he had and was playing left field. You could hit third in this lineup. That's pretty good. Cabrera and Martinez behind him.
Yeah, and he really was struggling with the Twins, but he's done a decent job, and he's got his numbers respectable. 277. 2-1 pitch is popped up foul. Young in left field. Cabrera in the on-deck circle, just underway. This is the 7th meeting of the year between these two teams. 3-3. Remember, the Tigers came here earlier in the year for a 2-game series. I take that back. They were here for 4. The A's were in Detroit for the 2-game series.
Yeah, so only 8 here, 2 in Detroit.
Kind of a strange breakdown in the home and away, but the A's will take it, getting 8 of the 10 here at home.
Not that we don't like Comerica Park in
Detroit.
It's
nice. It is nice.
Batting in fourth position.
So here's Cabrera.
Number 24, Miguel Cabrera.
.333 batting average, the home runs, 3 away from another 100 RBI season, and there is no doubt he is one of the top players in all of baseball. So I'm in the National League, still as a youngster coming over to the Tigers, signing a very long-term contract deal that pays him handsomely, but when you're the best hitter, why not? There's a reason for that, and boy, he is good. He uses the whole field, line to line. He has the power. Great RBI man.
And he is a perennial MVP candidate. He hasn't won one yet, but he's going to be in the top 4 or 5 just about every year.
Might have been looking for a pitch. Watch him open up. That's something that you can tell that he will look for certain pitches, and if he gets them, look out. But he will settle down, especially with a couple of strikes. A much different hitter.
Got a pitch to hit there, fouled it back. So the count 1-2 to Cabrera. Some of the MVP candidates: Gonzalez, Ellsbury, a couple of Red Sox, Granderson. Who's the front runner? Who knows?
Well, probably the surprising one is Jacoby Ellsbury. Yeah. Just the fact that 27 home runs, he never hit, I think, more than 11 total in his previous seasons. And all of a sudden, he's hitting the home runs, stealing bases. Curtis Granderson, Robinson Cano, guys that we saw in New York.
Well, there is no clear cut. It'll be an interesting vote this year in the American League.
So you got Verlander and Cabrera sitting side by side in the stands. Tiger fans hoping to see something special this weekend. Probably earlier than later.
So 2-2 to Cabrera.
Brandon McCarthy has the type of pitches to make it difficult in this lineup, and especially to be able to change his approach as he goes through the lineup first, second, third time tonight. He had one of his starts and he went 6 innings, did not give up a run.
Close pitch, 3-2. Victor Martinez, big RBI man, waiting in the on-deck circle. takes off, and it's reached for by Cabrera, fouled straight back.
That's the cut fastball. Looked good coming in, and then darted away from the hitting zone of Cabrera.
Another foul ball. So 22 pitches thrown by McCarthy here in the first inning.
Good hitters always foul off tough pitches, and McCarthy has thrown some good ones to Cabrera. Good cut fastballs have been up in the zone, but he has fouled them off to the right side. So not out in front. You're always tempted to try to sneak one inside. That's when it can be dangerous.
This one's poked right field. DeJesus on the move, and it's going to drop foul. So we'll do it again. Lefty made the play. The Indians have scored a run in Texas. It's now 6-1. They're still batting in the top of the 7th inning. Outside, he walked it. So Cabrera fouled off a whole host of pitches and ends up getting the walk.
9 pitch at bat. 3 fouled off after getting a couple of strikes. And McCarthy,
Batting in the 5th position.
although the guy coming up is very dangerous, but Cabrera, Victor Martinez, Alex Avila, and in the 4, 5, 6, and pretty imposing.
Well, the number that jumps out for Martinez is .391 batting average with runners in scoring position. That's the second best in the American League.
A tremendous number is also when Cabrera walks in front of him, whether it's an intentional walk or in this case a walk in which Brandon McCarthy tried to get him.
Well, they always say it's great to hit in front of a hitter like Cabrera, but it's not bad to hit behind him either. He's going to be on base a lot, and if they walk him, they don't want to walk the next guy too. Martinez, terrific in these spots this year. Inside corner 0-2.
Well, back-to-back cut fastballs right on the inside corner. It looked like he's looking out over the plate, which he uses the whole field very well.
Not a lot of speed with Ordonez and Cabrera on the bases. And Martinez swings and misses. So McCarthy gets out of the jam. He has a couple of strikeouts in the top of the first. In the top of the first, so the A's come to bat. Let's check out the Athletics lineup for tonight. Coco Crisp will hit out of the leadoff spot. Then it's Pennington, Matsui, the Red Hot Willingham, DeJesus. Good numbers against the Tigers in his career. Sizemore, Allen, Suzuki, and Sogar.
Max Scherzer on the mound for the Detroit Tigers, and 14-8 record. How about a 427 earned run average? So you give up 4.5 runs, and you're going to win a lot because you got a pretty good offense behind you. But Scherzer, one start against the A's, and that was 2010 on the 30th, last May the 30th, and he was quite very good.
He struck out a whole bunch, right?
14. Yeah. 14 and 5 2/3 innings.
That was the game where Jack Cust said afterward, he said he was good. He had a rising cutter at 94. A rising cutter.
Yeah.
Chris, Pennington, Matsui for the A's. And that one whistled into the seats. Everybody's okay. 0-2 the count.
Scherzer actually had been in the minor leagues. He was just recalled that day, and he went down to work on his mechanics. You check out his mechanics when he finishes his windup and he delivers the pitch. Watch where he ends up. Welcome back, Coco.
Ripped to center for a base hit. So Coco Crisp has a leadoff single. Defensively for the Tigers tonight, Young, Jackson, and Ordonez in the outfield. Bettamy, Peralta, Santiago, Cabrera on the infield with Avila the catcher. Johnny Peralta has resurrected his career in Detroit. Having a very nice season. So here's Pennington.
Here's the landing for Scherzer as he winds up and then throws the ball, but watch his follow through. That's hard to field your position when your back is to the hitter. In fact, he shot around very quickly with the ball going in the left center.
Now Coco with 40 stolen bases. It's nice to see Coco playing. I mean, 4 or 5 days ago when we saw him, you see a guy in a boot with crutches, you're thinking, I don't know. I mean,
yeah, you're thinking he's not going to be back anytime soon, but
he looks fine.
Yeah. If he steals a base, you'll know he'll be fine. Yeah, Alex Avila is very good, though, behind the plate.
Up the middle, Peralta has it. And he is going to get the out at first, or at second, but not at first. He had to put the brakes on and backpedal a little bit to get the out at second. Close play at first. Pennington beats it.
Well, it got past Scherzer, which is not surprising with his follow-through, but once it got towards second, over the bag, and then the second baseman Santiago running in front, and I think he's got away with one. That looked like he was out even before watching the replay, but very strong arm by Peralta, and it looked like Cabrera had stretched enough and beat Pennington, or at least by a half step. So the A's catch a break, see if they can take advantage of it. Not much Coco could do at second to try to break it up.
So Matsui steps in. 261, 12 home runs, 71 RBIs.
You make the call right here. Stretch the Pennington foot, and space umpire looking right at it. But clearly looked like he was out, but the A's will take it. Probably the first thing that's gone against the Tigers in 12 games.
Maybe right. This one's popped up foul territory. Bettamy with room. He's got it, and that's out number 2.
Yeah, the Dodge Charger key to the game for Leland and the Tigers. A clinch in sight. It's just a matter of time, folks. It's going to happen. Just a matter of when. For the A's, play your game and just take it day by day. All they can do is just keep playing hard. And
number 16,
It's hard not to talk about the success of the Angels, who were just in town, and of course the Tigers this weekend. The Rangers will be in, teams that are either going to clinch as the Tigers this weekend, possibly, depending even what Cleveland does. The A's could sweep them and still they could win it based on Cleveland losing. But they're good, and they deserve what they have gotten just because they played so well, not just in the last 12 wins.
Yeah, hey, we don't like talking about how hot they are either, but we're just stating the facts.
Absolutely.
They're going to win the division, and they're playing better than anybody else right now.
I recall when the A's were winning over 100 games a season, someone said, you never talk anything bad about the A's. I said, how could you? They're winning 100 games. There's not much bad you can say about a team that's having that kind of success, and the Tigers are doing the same thing.
Hey, we want to talk good about the A's, but
right.
You got to give the opposition its credit.
Exactly. Or David Renetti when he walks in the booth.
The great David Renetti, Vice President in charge of stadium operations here at the O.co Coliseum. And as we always say, just an all-around good guy.
At least he keeps telling us that.
Yeah.
And Willingham, as we pointed out in our open, what a season he is having. And this is the type of night where it's a cool evening. Green layer coming in, heavy air, but Josh Willingham is strong enough. You can cut right through it. Nothing can knock anything down that he hits. He can take it to the distance. Fortunately, the A's are facing a couple of guys. The Tigers could do the same thing, especially Cabrera.
Well, Willingham, 7-game hitting streak, 11 hits and 25 at-bats during that stretch. He's got 9 RBIs in his last 6 games, so he's a hot hitter. 2-2 now to Willingham, with DeJesus hoping to get a chance to hit here in the bottom of the first. A's with a record of 67 and 82, so this is game 150. Good breaking pitch and no swing. So full count.
Kind of dragged the bat a little bit, but stopped it in enough time that Eric Cooper did not call a strike at first base. The first base umpire. Going to hold Pennington at first base, and with the right-handed hitter, figure he's going to pull. They don't have to worry about the hole on the right side.
And that one just missed inside. So the A's have 2 on and 2 out here in the bottom of the first. Just like the Tigers did. Here's DeJesus.
Right fielder, number 12, David.
Scherzer in the start against the A's last May the 30th. He walked Rajay Davis, and he stole second, then retired 8 in a row, including a whole bunch of strikeouts. So he's capable of getting strikeout. Fastball tops out about 97. Had some good movement on it, in addition to a 4-seam, the 2-seam fastball.
DeJesus takes a strike down around the knees. 232 with 8 homers, 42 runs batted in for DeJesus. 182 opponent's average with runners in scoring positions. Scherzer can shut it down when he has to.
It's an easy 94. Makes it look very easy with his fastball.
Fastball again. That game Ray was talking about in Detroit, he was nasty.
He had a good strike zone, but he also had a lot of swing and misses, so it really didn't matter that he got it. Look at the movement on that 2-seam fastball. Same there to Derek Barton, and Mark Ellis, a front door breaking ball. So Scherzer, quite an outing, as the A's have won the first 2 games of that series. Not that one. 10-2 the Tigers won.
1-2 pitch. That one ran across the plate a little bit. DeJesus had a good swing.
So 93 and did 96. That's a little bit extra than 10.
So he struck out 14 in 5 and a third innings, folks.
Yeah, do the math. That's 16 outs.
So he struck out everybody.
14 of the 16 outs. No, 1900. Strikeouts, so 6 or fewer innings. First since 1900 to have that many strikeouts.
So 5 and a third is 16 outs, and he struck out 14 of them.
And the infielders and outfielders said, "Come on, let us play."
Yeah.
Didn't need it. Just he and the catcher.
That one's ripped to right field. Ordonez going back, and it is gone. DeJesus, a 3-run homer, and the A's have the lead early.
August the 10th, the last time for David DeJesus, and he joins the 3-run home run crowd. You know, you throw 94 to 97. How about an 84-mile-an-hour changeup? And no doubt, no reason to think that David DeJesus is not going to pull that one. He did perfectly. Wow.
That was a long ways.
It went a long way, a no-doubter.
So the 9th for DeJesus. That one's grounded. Past Peralta. Sizemore has a base hit.
Well, former Tiger has to enjoy that against his team that he started the season against or with. And now third base for the A's, where he was at second base for the Tigers.
Number 31.
Sizemore's done a good job swinging the bat. Ran a new position, and like Peralta took a half a step towards second base, and the ball was to his right.
So the third hit in the inning, and here's Allen. Strike on the inside corner. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Scherzer.
That's the one he tried to throw to DeJesus, only didn't have the same type of movement.
So 24 pitches here in the first inning for Scherzer.
Well, right now, the call at first base on Cliff Pennington looks pretty big.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Because it definitely looked like he was out, called safe, and then a 2-out walk to Willingham.
95, and Allen strikes out, but David DeJesus with a 2-out, 3-run homer. So DeJesus gives the A's a 3-0 lead after 1. Tigers baseball at Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Moneyball, starring Brad Pitt. It's in theaters September 23rd. This film is rated PG-13. David DeJesus with a 3-run homer in the first inning. So the A's lead 3-0. Alex Avila, Johnny Peralta, and Wilson Betemit against McCarthy.
A nice little run support package for Brandon McCarthy. Threw a lot of pitches in the first inning. 27, but comes back out in the second with a 3-0 lead.
Avila swings and misses. 0-2.
A great season for the All-Star catcher.
Yeah.
Alex Avila. The shutdown innings for Brandon McCarthy, 70% with a American League average of 72%. I'd like to add to that with a big 1-2-3 in this inning.
Line past a diving Sizemore. Avila has a hit. Here's our true story brought to you by McDonald's. What a game yesterday. This was in Chicago, down 3 runs in the 9th to the White Sox. It was a pinch hit solo home run by Ryan Rayburn. That got him to 2 back. And then Avila, a 2-run shot. So that tied the game in the 9th. And then they won it with a run in the 10th on an RBI single by Carlos Guillen. So that's what happens when you've won 12 in a row. You just never figure you're out of the game. I think both those home runs in the 9th inning were pinch hit home runs.
Jim Price, a longtime broadcaster for the Tigers, a former player, was saying that, you know, it was a situation where Ozzie Guillen had a choice of who to pitch against whom, and, you know, it just went the wrong direction. Of course, again, when you're hot, no matter who Ozzie sent out there, it's probably going to be hard for them not to give it up. But, you know, thinking back to the A's 20 consecutive wins in 2002, very similar to that. You know, down by 3 in the 9th inning, no big deal. In this case, a couple of pinch hit home runs, but we saw a lot of things happen in that 20-game streak that you never imagined. Matter of fact, there was a game at Detroit. The A's were down something like 6 runs. They figured it's over. Next thing you know, they came back and won.
Peralta swings and misses. That's the 3rd strikeout for McCarthy.
Well, the good cut fastball. Look at the ball just ever so slightly break away from the right-handed hitter.
Wilson Betemit.
So Betemit will hit. Betemit came over from the Kansas City Royals on the 20th of July.
Same time that Brandon Inge was designated, basically, and went to AAA, and he's back. Came back, first game, hit a home run. Betemit was brought in to play third base. Brandon Inge playing through a lot of health problems and just did not have the top of the beginning of the season that he had hoped, and so that's the reason they got Betemit.
Not a bad player, Betemit.
No. Better, been around, and so in some good clubs. Had the experience the Tigers are looking for.
0-2. He is a switch hitter. Another switch hitter, Ramon Santiago, in the on-deck circle.
Started to, but held up.
Avila, the runner at first. He opened up the inning with a single. Ray, the Rays beat the Red Sox in the first game of that big 4-game series at Fenway, and I don't want to say laugher. Is there such a thing as a laugher at Fenway? But the Rays won 9-2.
That's a laugher. At Fenway, that's a laugher.
How about that? So the Rays pick up a game, and the wild card standings in the American League now look like that. Rays are just 3 back. The Angels are just 4 back. And remember, there's 3 more games left in that series from Fenway Park. So how about that? So we got a race there.
Yeah.
There's a shot to right and a base hit for Benjamin. The one thing with the Red Sox, Ray, is their starting rotation is beat up.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, they're going to score a bunch of runs, but if they get slowed down at all offensively, their starters are just nicked up.
Batting in the ninth position, second baseman, number 39.
Benjamin just waited around, fouled off the fastballs until he got a curveball. And the 0-2 to 1-2 with a couple of foul balls with 2 strikes, and just kind of waited around for the pitch that he liked, and it was the slower curveball.
So here's Santiago. 2 on, 1 out. And that one's hit hard. Allen has it. He looked to second, decides to take the safe route and get the out at first. A nice play by Brandon Allen on a hard hit ball.
Now batting.
So 2 outs, second and third.
Well, anytime you can get the second out, he looked to second, but you're right. Take the out for sure. And even though it does put a couple runners in score position, you leave it up to your pitcher, as Brandon McCarthy struck out Jackson the first inning. First at bat, which was just last inning.
Well, strikeouts continue to be an issue for Austin Jackson. He's a very good young player, but he has now struck out 160 times. Only Reynolds and Dunn struck out more. Hit foul. The Rangers leading the Indians 7-2. That game now in the 8th inning in Texas.
Texas won last night 9-1, so they're scoring runs as always.
Yeah.
Angels are off in Baltimore tonight, getting ready for the weekend series. And 4 in Toronto starting Monday.
The rest of your Angels road trip.
They will return in time to host the Athletics
a
week from tomorrow night for the 3-game weekend series.
Well, I hope there's still a race going on, because it'd be fun to be down in Anaheim for that weekend series with games of importance. 0-2 pitch. Jackson swings and misses. He's struck out twice. So McCarthy again keeps the Tigers off the board. Sam from Santa Cruz asked, hey, Ray, do you have any tips on how to grow a mustache? Well,
let's see. Just don't shave. The hair that grows above your lip, just don't shave. That's if you want to be Raleigh fingers or like Raleigh, the late Bill King, and the handlebar mustaches, then get some mustache wax, let it grow, and you go. Or one like that. Well, Charlie Finley started it back in 1972. Charlie did a lot of things first, and that was the first, playing in Cleveland. Played a game in the afternoon on a Saturday, and the A's were on a game later. So watched the game.
Okay.
And I saw, you got to be kidding me. They have facial hair. Nobody in baseball had facial hair prior to 72, as far as, I mean, during that era.
Little did you know.
And, yeah, Santos needs something other than that thing coming down.
What do they call that? Chin strap?
Is that what it is? Called it? But he doesn't have a chin. It stops. That's a good mustache. Let's see. He could kind of turn that up a little bit. Maybe a little handlebar. Yeah, I saw them, and of course Charlie Finley. I think he gave a couple $100 to players to grow mustaches. Boy, it started. And that World Series, it was the Hares, which would be the A's, versus the Squares, the Cincinnati Reds, because they could not grow anything other than maybe a short sideburn. So Charlie Finley changed that as well.
So what do you think was his motivation for doing it? Just
promotion. Trying to
figured
promote.
He could do something with it.
Yeah, and have mustache day at the park. If you had a mustache, you got in for, I don't even know what the price was, but yeah, Charlie started it. And boy, there was some in that World Series. Mike Epstein, Dave Duncan, and long hair, and mustache and beards. And there was a lot going on, and that kind of started it. And I remember I was with Cleveland. That was 72, and before the 73 season, Dave Paul and then Phil Segui took over as general manager. Said, hey, yeah, that's okay. You guys can start growing them. Do it if you want to, and it kind of opened it up.
Suzuki rips one to left center indeed. Jackson's going back, and this baby is gone. Suzuki homers. It's 4-0 Athletics.
He had 5 in August and first in September, but a fastball at 93 inside corner. So Scherzer goes change up to David DeJesus and tries to stick a fastball by Kurt Suzuki, but did not work. He might get to the point now not know what to throw. Guys are hitting everything. It's a good swing though by Suzuki. So 14 for him, swinging the bat well, and said that's the way he wants to finish the season, strong.
That's a base hit for Sogard to right field.
A very good swing by Kurt Suzuki. Well, the two-seam fastball down and in and right into the wheelhouse of the A's catcher and over the jagged edge. And they're sounding great. And not cleared by much, but the nice thing about the crack of the bat, they sound like they should be home runs, and they're actually leaving the yard.
Well, Suzuki's career high in home runs is 15. He did that in 2009. Hit 13 last year. That was number 14 for this year. So he's got a shot. Tyre set a career high in home runs. Top of the order, and Coco Crisp, who had a base hit in the first inning.
There's no doubt the A's need to continue to add on. 3 in the first, 1 in the second so far, because you've won 12 in a row. Tigers aren't thinking anything about it. figuring that that's just a deficit early in the game.
Yeah, they have every intention of coming back in this game.
Remember, the A's had the 7-1 lead against the Yankees in New York that for Thursday afternoon that ended up 3 slams hit by the Yankees, which had never been done in Major League history, which is hard to believe in all the things that have been done, and yet 3 grand slams in one game.
That's a broken bat as Coco, after a pitch that was quite a ways inside.
Made the comment about Coco Crisp not using batting gloves. That's unusual for players, and asked him about it. And just one of the things I noticed, because he said with the exception of when he had an injured hand, his finger, he wore the gloves then kind of protection, but he just never liked to use batting gloves.
2-2 now to Coco with Pennington in the on-deck circle.
See, when he has that top end, he's kind of playing the flute or something with his fingers. See how
he always does that, too.
So he's probably thinking of a musical instrument as he gets set, kind of turns with his chin over his shoulder, and then he goes to the top.
I bet he doesn't know he's doing it.
Well, I know for one thing, the way he turns his head and lays it on his right shoulder, he better not have a stiff neck, because he couldn't do that. But it is everything kind of the same, and that's the way hitters, the good ones, don't change much of anything. Coco, the chin on the shoulder.
Runner goes, and that's looped to right field, and that's a base hit, and Sogard will easily make it to third. So the A's a run in, and they're in business here in the bottom of the second inning.
Well, really not so much a hit and run. It looked like a straight steal. Sogard took off, then looked back once he heard contact. He's playing a tune called the base hit. And Coco 2 for 2 tonight after missing. There's a straight steal, and then he looked back. That's great base running by Eric Sogard. And once he saw or heard the contact, picked up the baseball, and then went to third on his own, knowing the ball was going to land in front of Ordonez.
Tigers are not messing around as they got action in their bullpen. Dwayne Below gets the call, and he starts to throw.
He started the game that McCarthy pitched back in Detroit, made his major league debut. And Matsui hit his 500th professional home run against him.
Pennington reached on a fielder's choice, and he scored a run in the first. Scored on the De Jesus home run.
That ball's still floating around someplace, though.
That's right. Never got it back, did we? I mentioned those stolen bases with Coco Crisp having 40. He's tied with Ichiro, and they trail Brett Gardner by 3. There he goes. Swing and a miss. The throw is high, and he's got number 41. So he's now 2 behind Brett Gardner.
Well, remember, it was his foot. He fouled the ball off his foot and was on crutches, but boy, he does not look like he is hurting at all running the way he did to second base. And Avila's got the quick release, a little bit high throw, but Scherzer did not give Avila much of a chance to throw out Coco Crisp.
So now with 41, and I imagine he'd like to catch Brett Gardner.
Don't steal third now, though.
That probably would not work.
Wouldn't work.
This one's popped up. Pennington's not going to be happy with this one as Peralta's under it. He's got it, and that's out number 1. Here's the Ford right choice. We talked about it, July 20th of this year, and that is career home run number 500 for Hideki Matsui. Combined home run totals between the U.S. and Japan. And it happened at American Park. So that was a fun night.
Yeah, it was.
And that's who he hit it off with, Dwayne Bilo.
I wonder if Roger Callen went over with the Japanese media to interview Bilo to give up the 500th professional home run.
Good question.
And then have to translate for him. Callen, the interpreter for Hideki Matsui.
173 in the States, 332 in Japan. And we've enjoyed him this year. He's a very nice man.
Speaking about never changing your approach, that is the same stance that Hideki Matsui has used. We know every game in U.S., and I'm sure the same in Japan.
Yeah, he's not tinkering with new stances, new hand position.
He'll get set at the plate. Look at the trademark as he sets the bat straight up, checks it out, and then we'll drop at the shoulders a little bit. There, and now he's ready to go. Yeah. Now he's got to do it again because pitcher has stepped off.
At least he does it quickly.
Yeah.
47 pitches for Max Scherzer with 1 out in the second inning. Pitch, and Matsui just got a piece of it.
More of a piece of Alex Avila, the catcher, than anything. And Avila says a lot. He's an Iron Man, and he's back there every game. And he just took one off the left arm, left shoulder, hand, someplace, and flinched a little bit. No big deal.
So we'll do the 0-2 pitch again. And again, Matsui hangs in there as Scherzer went with an off-speed pitch there.
For Alton Santiago deep at short and second. Corner infielders in even with the bag. So Matsui, who normally they pitch him away in these situations, he'll go to the opposite field some way, try to get at least one of the runners in.
And he went with an off-speed pitch again, and Matsui chased it. So that's the second out. And the second strikeout for Scherzer tonight. That was a big one. And here's Willingham.
Well, those are big runs, and that's going to take a 2-out hit or 2-out something to get these runners in. Well, you go back to Tuesday night. The A's had that 57% of a runner at third and less than 2 outs scoring. Remember, they had 6 opportunities from the third, fourth, and fifth, and 5 times they left third. So
that's why it went from 57 to 56.
Right. And 0 for 2 tonight. And
bounce left side. Bedamine has it. He cannot get the runner home from third. They had second and third, nobody out. They do get the home run from Kurt Suzuki. And there it is, number 14 for Suzuki. 4-0 A's after 2.
shortly, the post-game fireworks show presented by Kelly Moore Paints. Get an A's Star Wars t-shirt by purchasing a field level ticket online using the coupon code JEDI. Your ticket purchase will include an equal number of t-shirt vouchers for pickup at the game. $1 from every Jedi ticket sold will be donated to Stand Up to Cancer. For tickets, go to oaklandathletics.com/Star Wars. We've waited for it. Tomorrow night, you will hear it firsthand. Star Wars theme of the fireworks show here at the Coliseum, following the Tigers in the afternoons.
Ordonez, Young, and Cabrera for the Tigers. A's have used the long ball tonight. Jesus a 3-run homer in the first, Suzuki a solo homer in the second for the 4-0 lead.
Brandon McCarthy's used a lot of pitches so far. This is 46th. Sometimes it takes a pitcher, a starter, to get loose, and let's hope that's the case with McCarthy tonight.
Well, he's allowed 3 hits, he's walked 1, and he has struck out 4 in the first 2 innings. That one's high, 2-2. Ordonez had a base hit to right field in the first inning. He extended his hitting streak to 13 games. Shoots this one foul. Well, the Indians have lost. It's a final now, 7-4, Texas over Cleveland. So the Tigers' magic number is now 1. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for McCarthy. Give him 5. So 7-4 the final. So what that does for the Texas Rangers, it gives them a 3.5 game lead now in the AL West. Their magic number to clinch the division is now 10. So they still got some work to do.
They play this weekend?
Minnesota. The Twins. Yeah. And the Phillies clinched a playoff spot yesterday. And they came back and swept the doubleheader today. So their magic number for the division, which would be their 5th consecutive division title, is now 2 against the Phillies. That one's driven to left and deep. And Delman Young has the Tigers on the board with a long home run. Ninth of the year for Young.
What a fastball that got out of here in a hurry. Young, no doubt, has the power that the Tigers knew that he did. He's not showing it that much with the Twins, but that fastball, 91. Well, that's very little stride either. So that's all upper body strength, and nice catch, miss.
It's interesting, Delman Young, Ray. He is not a free agent. He will not be a free agent until after 2012. So he could remain with the Tigers next year, which he probably will.
Well, there was a guy named Dimitri Young who played for the Tigers. It's his older brother. Delman said it was about 10 years difference in the two. Last time he came in was with the Twins. He was going to see his brother down in Southern California, and of course now with the Tigers.
Remember, the Tigers also lost Brennan Bosch, who was playing a lot of outfield for them, and he's out for the season. He had surgery on his right thumb. So getting Delman Young helped offset the loss of Bosch.
A disappointed Brendan Bosch because he's a Golden Bear like B.I. B.I. was looking forward to probably seeing him hit.
Yeah.
Talking to Bosch when he was in Detroit, he said, looking forward to coming out to the Bay Area. I'll have to wait till next year.
That's high, and it's a full count to Cabrera, who walked in the first inning. And he walked again. He laid off a pitch that was a bit high. Second walk by McCarthy.
I think he says a lot about the big, powerful Cabrera, that as good as hitter he is in driving in runs and hitting home runs, he does not go out of the strike zone that often, and he showed in these 2 at-bats. 3-2 twice, 9 pitches first at-bat, 6 this at-bat, and he draws another walk. As Brandon McCarthy's success, he just used his hand, high fastball, and he's laid off, and that's the pitch that Brandon been getting a lot of strikeouts with, a high fastball.
Bounced. Sogard, ranging far to his left, spins around and throws to first. So Martinez is retired. Cabrera ends up at second now with 2 outs.
And we highlighted the defensive plays by the A's in the first 5 innings yesterday. One of those started by this guy, Eric Sogard, going to his left the way he did this time, only turned a double play yesterday in the first inning at 4-6-3. This time robbing Martinez of a base hit. So Sogard playing third, play short, play second. Did a very good job. Actually thought it's going to be a different story for him to begin of the season out of spring training, but good to see him playing as well as he is right now.
Here's Avila. And the first pitch just a bit outside. Alex Avila, an all-star this year, and what a year it has been for him. I don't want to say he's come out of nowhere. That would not be fair to Alex Avila, but last year he had 228 with 7 home runs and 294 at-bats. This year, well, just thinking, I want to say he could be the best offensive catcher in the American League, and I think he is.
But again, talking to Jim Price, a longtime broadcaster for the Tigers, caught on the '68 World Championship team, and he has watched a lot of catchers, and he just marvels at the ability of Avila, the way he handles the pitching staff. And of course, that is the most important thing. It allows Victor Martinez on the split screen there to do what he does best, and that is to hit. Of course, he can catch as well, but Avila's got the job. He's been doing the job, and when you can handle a pitching staff, which he has done a remarkable job of doing that, and yet still hit over 300, he's driven in 77 and 19 home runs, that's a complete package for a young catcher.
Yeah, he's only 24 years old. 5th round pick in 2008. That one is sliced foul. Interesting note on Avila. His father is vice president and assistant general manager for the Tigers, Al Avila.
Exactly. Hialeah, Florida, the home of our own Gio Gonzalez. Well, when the Tigers go into Cleveland, I'm sure the Avila name is prominent. Bobby Avila, great star for the Cleveland Indians back way back when, the last time they won a world championship.
So good battle here, McCarthy and Avila. 65 pitches for McCarthy as he's had to work tonight.
Well, with Jared Weaver pitching yesterday, we showed the little brush back he had with Avila. Jared Weaver was ejected, but Avila just took it, hit it to first base. I don't even think it was hit. It just Weaver was ejected. But Avila just said, "All right, I figured it's going to happen," and take it.
Swing and a miss. McCarthy, 2 more strikeouts. Delman Young with a home run, his 9th of the year. It's 4-1 going to the bottom of the 3rd. Itself immediately followed every Raiders game this season. Change the channel to Comcast Sportsnet California or Comcast Sportsnet Plus for Raiders post-game live. It's hosted by Jim Cosmore with former Raider Bill Romanowski and Tony Bruno. Kate Longworth and insider Paul Gutierrez will be live in the locker room in Buffalo this Sunday. So check it out. It'll be on Comcast Sportsnet Plus. It's the Raiders post-game live from Buffalo. Bottom of the 3rd inning, it'll be DeJesus, Sizemore, and Allen. 4-1 Athletics lead. All the runs scored in this game, home runs, including David DeJesus, a 3-run shot in the 1st inning. So DeJesus now with 9 home runs, 45 runs batted in on the season.
And the goal for the Athletics is to make sure what they did not accomplish last inning doesn't come back to haunt them, and that's have 2nd and 3rd and nobody out?
Nobody out.
And sure as they got out of it.
Well, there was a issue in the series against the Angels, especially the last 2 games of the series. The A's lost both those games. Strike 2-2. Swing and a miss. 92 miles an hour. So strikeout number 3 for Scherzer.
Well, after DeJesus hit a 84-mile-an-hour changeup for a 3-run home run, not surprising he got nothing but fastballs, especially there's the movement that showed on the highlights of his 14 strikeout game last May. You're 1-4 in starts with the Detroit Tigers. You go to the minor leagues, you come back up, and you strike out 14. A's made him Cy Young in just a matter of 1 day.
Sizemore with a hit in his first at bat. Well, Scherzer was originally the 1st-round draft pick of the Arizona Diamondbacks. In 2006, he was the 11th overall pick. Now, he was acquired by the Tigers from Arizona along with Daniel Schlereth, the left-handed reliever, in exchange for Edwin Jackson and Ian Kennedy. Now remember, it was a 3-team trade. And Ian Kennedy had just come to the Tigers from the Yankees. He was a young pitcher. I don't know if he had even pitched in the big leagues. So as soon as the Tigers got Kennedy, they turned around and traded him.
That was a Granderson deal, wasn't it?
It was the Granderson deal.
3-team deal, and we were reading about that where the Diamondbacks said they were looking for a pitcher, and of course the Yankees, who had Kennedy, wanted Granderson.
Yeah,
so that's how the whole thing worked. Of course, the Grandy man, he's done a tremendous job. 39 home runs for the Yankees, second season. So it worked out well for everybody.
Yeah.
Edwin Jackson with Cardinal now. He's gone to several teams.
Swing and a miss. So that's the strikeout for Sizemore. Well, I think that the part of the deal, and you're right, I mean, it really has worked out everybody. Granderson has been very good. Scherzer's nice young pitcher. Remember, the Arizona Diamondbacks got Ian Kennedy and they got Edwin Jackson.
Right.
And they traded Edwin Jackson for Daniel Hudson.
Chicago. Right.
And those are their 1 and 2 starters, and they are both very, very good.
Exactly.
So Arizona's probably saying, you know what, we think we got the best of that deal.
Yep.
2 young pitchers that are both very good, and, you know, not free agent guys, not, you know, you're talking, I guess, cost control guys for a while anyway.
I think Granderson's in that same category as well, contract-wise. And, of course, a left-handed hitter at Yankee Stadium. Center fielder, 39 home runs. He scored, what, 140 runs? I mean, just a phenomenal season for Granderson.
So we're guessing everybody's happy.
Yeah. Well, and that was a case, too, where think of Austin Jackson, their top prospect, the Yankees, and they traded. They wanted more of a veteran. Figured that Jackson eventually is going to be a superstar, at least a very good player. They wanted the immediate return, and they got it with Granderson. Yes, he does strike out, but he can cover some outfield ground. Very fast, Austin Jackson, and learns to make more contact and utilize his speed, and he's going to be tremendous.
Max Scherzer strikes out the side. He gets to Jesus, Sizemore, and Allen. By Lowe's. Visit Lowe's to pick up your instant win game card for a chance to win World Series tickets. Compliments of Scott's. Athletics 4, the Tigers 1. It's the top of the 4th inning. Bottom 3 in the Tigers order: Peralta, Betamit, Santiago. Peralta struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. Well, it was right at the trade deadline, actually a couple days before last year, July 28th, when the Tigers acquired Peralta from the Cleveland Indians. Pennington has it, and that is out number 1. Time now for our trivia question, which is brought to you by AT&T. Who were the 2 Tigers to hit 30 or more homers in 1987? That was the last time the Detroit Tigers won a division title. 1987.
Darrell Evans.
Yeah, that was good years.
That was a big trade. Doyle Alexander acquired, and John Smoltz went to the Braves from the Tigers. He grew up in Detroit. John Smoltz did. I think that was the year that Doyle Alexander, of course, he ended up having a great season.
Yeah, well, that's the thing everybody thinks about Smoltz, but Doyle Alexander did pitch well for the Tigers, and that's what they got him for, to help him win the division.
And that's where you give up a prospect for a proven veteran. And you know, there's so many throughout baseball where you've seen those. That, and for Smoltz, who was a Michigan American, I mean, he wanted to pitch for the Tigers. That was his dream, and he's had a Hall of Fame career with the Braves. Tried with Boston. Now he's in television, MLB Network.
When the Tigers made the postseason in 2006 and went all the way to the World Series, they were the wild card. The Twins won the division that year. And of course, the Tigers lost to the Cardinals in the World Series.
Still think the amazing thing about that 06 division series, that's a great location of fastball, 7 strikeouts. First call, they've been swinging at the cutter plus the high fastball, but this time nailed the outside corner, and the four-seam fastball perfectly thrown by McCarthy. He has been outstanding right on the black. But the A's postseason thinking, oh, you don't want to play the Twins because they have Santana and Liriano. Rather play the Tigers because they, at the time, were not that good. They struggled to get where they got in postseason. As it turned out, he swept the Twins. Were swept by the Tigers. The walk-off home run by Magno Ordonez.
Brandon Allen has it, and that's a nice 3-up, 3-down inning for McCarthy. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It'll be Suzuki, Sogard, and Crisp. Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Cash Creek's Money Tree. Win $500 cash every hour from noon until 11 p.m. Visit cashcreek.com for details. Beautiful look at the Bay Bridge. Heading east to the Coliseum. Suzuki to lead it off against Scherzer. Suzuki with a home run in the second inning, his 14th of the year. That's the good news. On the other side, Scherzer has retired 6 in a row. 4 of those 6 on strikeouts. That hits Suzuki. Well, if you've been watching Scherzer pitch, that's the movement of his ball.
Yeah.
It runs hard into right-handed hitters.
And away from lefties, and that may have. Suzuki has the pad on his left elbow. That might have been the sound, and then, of course, it went hard into his side. That's where the left elbow pad really helps out.
So Sogard hits, runner at first, nobody out. Sogard takes a strike. He had a base hit in the second inning. It's the 13th start this year for Eric Sogard.
Just thinking about Sogard too, just the way he plays, there's no panic in his game. You know, a lot of times when you're kind of a backup player, in this case an infielder, you feel like you really have to press, but whether it's playing defense or swinging the bat, it just got it nice and easy.
Shoots that one up the middle, but Peralta's there, flips to Santiago, and a nicely turned double play.
Sunday, September the 18th, it's Moneyball Day with the A's. Purchase a field level ticket with a special code and get a pass to see the upcoming feature film. Also, 10,000 fans will receive a Moneyball t-shirt, and it's presented by Pepsi Max. Jonah Hill is scheduled to throw out the first pitch. For more information and tickets, go to oaklandathletics.com/Moneyball. You know who Jonah Hill is?
Yes.
Who is he?
He's an actor.
But who does he play? I'm trying to figure out who he plays in the movie.
Paul DePodesta.
Okay,
but it's not by name. It's
right.
It's the Paul DePodesta position.
Right.
How about that?
Okay. So he's the one that when it says text me, I'm not going to watch.
That's right. That's Jonah Hill.
Okay.
And I read what his name was in the movie. I can't think of it at the moment, but it is the position of Paul DePodesta. Brad Pitt's right-hand man.
Right. I thought that, but I didn't know for sure because I know that he's throwing out the first pitch.
Yeah.
And
we also have invited him to come up to the booth, and he said yes.
Paul?
Jonah? So that'd be fun. Talk about the movie.
Scott Hatteberg. That's right. Scotty's going to catch the first pitch thrown by Jonah Hill.
So hope Scotty can come up to the booth. He's one of the good guys. I think the strike 3 call. Coco can't believe it. He's got a little chat going with Andy Fletcher. That is the 6th strikeout for Scherzer. Tigers to hit 30 or more homers in 1987. That was the last time the Tigers won a division title. Ray was right. Darrell Evans, who had some big years in Detroit, and Matt Noakes, the catcher, hit 32.
But I want to say Darrell Evans, one of the first to hit 40 home runs at the age of 40. Might have done that with the Braves.
Yeah, that's possible.
He was good.
Well, Darrell Evans, he was with the Giants in '83, and then I think he signed a free agent contract to go to Detroit because he was there when they won in '84, and he had some really good years for the Tigers. He could hit. Top of the order for Detroit. Jackson, Ordonez, and Young here in the top of the fifth.
Matt Noakes was the catcher for the New York Yankees when Ricky Henderson stole third base here at the Coliseum, threw it to Randy Bellotto, the all-time stolen base record.
That's right.
Held the bag high above his head. Pulled the bag from its moorings, said the late Bill King. Great call.
See, that's why Bill was great and why he should be in the Hall of Fame. I wouldn't say moorings because I don't even know what it means. Whereas that was right on his regular vocabulary.
Exactly. And speaking of that, of course, the Ford Frick Award, the Bill King, a nominee for Ford Frick, and no doubt he should be in baseball's Hall of Fame, the Ford Frick winner. I was actually disappointed to hear that Bill King is not even in the Bay Area Sports Hall of Fame. And the high fastball, and Jackson strikeout victim for the third time.
Number 30, Maglio.
Very good fastball thrown by Brandon McCarthy.
Well, if Bill's not in, I want to know who is.
Oh, exactly. I mean, the Bay Area Sports Hall of Fame, which is tremendous. There's a lot of great athletes and, of course, other than athlete people, but Bill King is not there. And that's hard to believe. As great an announcer as he was in all three major sports here in the Bay Area, and he's not in the Bay Area Hall of Fame.
Nice play by McCarthy. So it must be only athletes.
I don't think so. I think
they're executives. And well, if there's coaches, executives, there should be broadcasters.
I want to say Don Barksdale, the late Don Barksdale, who was very big, instrumental and saved high school sports. But Bill King, no doubt, should be at Cooperstown, but definitely in the Bay Area Sports Hall of Fame. Holy Toledo. There's only one, only will ever be one, the great Bill King.
First pitch to Delman Young is a strike.
And I think fans and folks are going to be very happy to hear in the movie Moneyball the calls of the great late Bill King.
As it should be.
The 20th consecutive win, called the Scott Hatterberg walk-off home run. Moorings.
Hey, it sounds great. Moorings. I just said, pulled it out of the dirt.
Pulled it out of that rod. Bill's vocabulary was unbelievable. The best vocabulary of anybody I've ever heard in my life.
And he knew exactly how to use it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'd sit there and look at him and say, what are you talking about? But he knew.
Brandon McCarthy has retired 8 in a row. He is rolling, and the A's lead 4-1.
Thornton LLP. For tickets, go to oaklandathletics.com/tickets. Team photo Saturday, and that's following fireworks tomorrow night. Moneyball t-shirt on Sunday. Oh, so many great things happening here at the Coliseum. Free parking Tuesday coming up. Park $2 Wednesday.
Pennington rips one to right field. Ordonez is back, and it is off the top of the wall and gone. Pennington has home run number 8. It's 5-1.
And for the third time, the last homestand, this homestand, a ball has hit the top of the fence and gone over. Another off-speed pitch, and Pennington out in front. Great swing to right center, and look where this ball goes again. Bonk, over, gone. How about that? May the 2nd, August the 23rd, and tonight, 3 home run games for the Athletics. They won about 92 games before they did it in New York, thanks to Brandon Allen hitting 2.
Matsui pops out in foul territory for the second time. Check out our Farmers Insurance report card. 100 RBIs in your first season with the Athletics. Kingman, Jaha, and Frank Thomas. Can Willingham do it this year? That's 100 RBI seasons in their first year with the Athletics. Willingham is 9 away. 12 games left to play. That's after tonight, so 13 including tonight's game. So he's got a shot.
Just get on base in front of him. Find a way to get him in. Although last at bat, that is, in the second inning, he had second and third, but there were 2 outs when he grounded out.
Well, he's got 9 RBIs in his last 6 games, so that has got him to the point where he has a shot at this. And as we told him in our post-game interview a couple games ago, that's one of our campaigns up here. Get Josh Willingham to the 100 RBI mark.
So between that and no Tiger celebration on the A's field in this weekend series, that's
things going.
Lot to talk about.
Swings and misses, so Scherzer gets his 7th strikeout, and that's out number 2 here in the 5th.
We can only hope that when Jonah Hill and Scott Hatteberg are in the booth on Sunday that we can talk about a potential sweep of the Tigers. That's what the A's will be looking for. And tonight, good start. A 3 home run game. All 5 accounted for by the home run for the Athletics. 3-run home run by David DeJesus. A's have 4 3-run home runs in this month of September, which is nice to see. That is the top for the A's. They had 3 in May. They had 3 in August.
Jesus got one of them. That was in the first inning. He's behind in the count 0-1. And he's behind in the count 0-2. That was pitch number 86 for Scherzer. So both the starting pitchers have settled in, but they both have pretty high pitch counts. Good take there by DeJesus. After the home run in the first, DeJesus struck out in the third. That one hit him. Second hit batter by Scherzer.
And it got Avila also, but inside where he was set up and the ball off DeJesus and the hand, and that's always scary. Those small bones in the hand. He tried to pull back, but got him top right hand and then off the bat to Avila. Watch they pull the hand in and actually took his hand off the bat. Wow, that's unusual. Well, maybe fortunate, because by taking it off the bat, he did not have the hand on the bat, which when the contact is made, that's when it's really serious. So that's pretty smart by Jesus that he did that.
So a 2-out base runner is DeJesus, and that'll bring up Sizemore. Sizemore swings and misses. 1 for 2 for Sizemore with a single and a first, to strike out in the third. It's 0-2. Scherzer has walked 1, struck out 7, and hit 2. 0-2 pitch. High fastball, and Sizemore strikes out. 8 strikeouts for Scherzer, but another home run for the A's. This one by Cliff Pennington. Bounced off the top of the wall and out. 5-1. A's after 5. And the A's have a 5-1 lead, top of the 6th inning. For Brandon McCarthy, he's got 8 strikeouts in 5 innings. He's pitching extremely well. 87 pitches through 5 innings. That may be a little bit of a concern, but right now he's rolling along. Just off the plate to Cabrera, who has walked twice. In fact, the 2 walks for Cabrera gives him 100 walks on the year. He's got 100 walks and 87 strikeouts. So a power hitter with more walks than strikeouts, that's a good thing. Hit down the right field line, and it's hit well, but it's slicing and it's foul.
Sounds like he's a little frustrated that he's not gotten a pitch to really drive, although he's fouled off several. Did in the first at bat before he walked, but he waits so well, and as a result, he does walk. Does not swing a lot of bad pitches, and when you have the power to go out to right field the way he does, especially Comerica Park, which is very large, in right center, it's no big deal for him to think about going to opposite field when he has the power.
all over the leaderboards in the American League. And he shoots this one past a leaping Allen, and it's into the right field corner. Cabrera's going to have to hustle. DeJesus's throw is just a bit late, and Cabrera has a double.
44th double. Amazing.
Well, you watch him hit, Ray. I think he's as good a hitter as there is in baseball.
That says it all right there. That's a pitch that a lot of guys would be trying to pull. But a shot that Allen could not handle it down in the corner quickly, and he knows that he's got to run for two. He does not think anything except about going there. 180 feet. Turns it on. Strong throw by DeJesus, but not enough time.
So Victor Martinez steps in, runner in scoring position. Tigers trying to claw their way back into this game. This one's lofted toward left field. Willingham's under. He's got it.
Sure to take advantage of the final Xfinity Friday Family Pack game of the season. It's tomorrow night. You can get 4 Plaza level tickets, 4 Coliseum hot dogs, 4 medium sodas, and 4 bags of peanuts for only $50. For tickets, go to oaklandathletics.com/Friday. And remember, you do all of that, and you get to see fireworks also following the game. Go down on the field with your blanket, enjoy the fireworks under the stars. With the Star Wars theme tomorrow night.
So a busy night at the ballpark tomorrow night. Busy weekend. Here's Alex Avila.
Brandon McCarthy, his 3rd start of the season, that was against the Tigers here. He went 6 2/3, gave up 6 hits, no runs, and he struck out 7. So he's duplicating that performance tonight.
McCarthy has gone over 150 innings, and you may say, well, 150 innings, that's not that big of a deal. But he missed 6 weeks. You start talking about 6 weeks.
And remember also, he didn't pitch the big leagues last year.
That's right.
Retired with the Rangers in the minor leagues. So a great comeback season for him.
A little flare, center field, and Coco with a slide, and he caught it. Well, he came a long way. And when he got there, you could tell he had it under control. 2 outs.
Well, there's no way an outfielder can break back very much if he makes a play like Coco Crisp just did, because softly hit, and he came charging in, caught it into the slide. And that is a very nice catch by Coco Crisp in the game for the first time in a while. And came out of the game in Texas, and boy, the next day you just wondered if he'd ever play any more this season. But here he is, stayed in the bag, got a couple of hits and a tremendous play center field.
McCarthy snaps in a good breaking ball for a strike to Peralta. He's a good player, Coco Crisp. All right.
Cliff Clavin's got his work cut out for him again. Oh, that'd be sparkling white clean tomorrow night for the fireworks show. Cliff is the best. So many ways.
Swing and a miss.
You ever had one of Cliff Clavin's chicken sandwiches?
No, I know. I've seen him preparing them.
Yeah, grilled chicken, man. That's a pregame delicacy, man. He can do it. So a lot of coverage in the clubhouse of so many things. Steve Busnich provides it all. And Cliffy prepares it. Ryan Davis. Good bunch of guys working in the clubhouse. Stick around one of these times to see the Lucis post-game spread. Whew.
Best around.
Oh. I mean, just take the elevator all the way to the basement, the bottom floor, and then go in and check it out.
That one's left center field, and Willingham tracks it down. Nice play by Willingham. So the A's defense shines here in the 6th. Tigers do not score.
it's time for the Coors Light Freeze Cam. Some great shots as always. Coors Light Freeze Cam brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. That's probably one of the highlights of the season, isn't it? Watching the freeze. I mean, just all those great photographs and all the power hitters. Great catch by Coco Crisp. Ryan Sweeney saying, "Yeah, injured my quad. You take over in center field." You came back just in time.
Well, when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. It's your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Dwayne Belo comes in. His 12th appearance, a couple of those starts. Takes over for Max Scherzer. First pitch to Allen is rolled into right field, make that left field for a base hit. For Scherzer, 5 innings, 5 earned runs. He did have 8 strikeouts. But the A's got to him early, and he gave up 3 home runs. DeJesus got him, Suzuki got him, Pennington got him.
Well, a nice swing by Brandon Allen. First pitch hitting for the lefty that Belo featured a fastball, and Brandon Allen with a big hole on the left side hit it perfectly.
So 8 hits now for the Athletics.
We saw Tyler Chatwood of the Angels, who was starting pitcher in the bullpen when we saw him over the weekend, or at the beginning of the week. And now Belo, who started the game for the Tigers in their bullpen.
Well, that time of year where you can have a couple long relievers.
But I think all players, pitchers are position players, in the case of pitchers who maybe were starters and just trying to find a spot on a postseason roster. And you don't care where you are when it comes to postseason playing in October. Of course, this year it's playing in September postseason, with it starting on the 30th. Season finishing 2 weeks from last night on the 28th. So the postseason will begin in September this year. There's the man, Justin Verlander, and what a season he has had, and he's not finished.
Scheduled to pitch Sunday.
Figuring a 5-game division series, I think teams are looking at, well, are we hopeful of facing the Tigers, knowing that you're going to have to face Verlander twice if it goes 5 games. Could be like the Phillies last year, where Roy Halladay pitched a no-hitter in his first game. They swept the Reds and had forever before they played again.
Well, that's the kind of the fun conversation about the American League postseason, because the wild card, which is going to come out of the AL East, so they can't play the Yankees, who will finish with the best record, so they have to play the team with the second best record, and it could be Detroit.
The way they're playing, yes. Who knows where they're going to end up.
So there's your tough assignment. If you're the wild card team, you may have to face Detroit in a 5-game series.
Well, Texas won their 86th tonight, and if the Tigers don't come back tonight, they will stay at 87.
So there'll be a 1-game difference for that second best record. Swing and a miss by Kurt Suzuki, so he strikes out.
Belo, a good fastball, as he just showed on 3-2, challenged him, and of course a lot of that probably by Alex Avila calling the fastball 3-2, not trying to throw an off-speed pitch as a swerve and a changeup to go along with the low 90s fastball. It's right over the top, and sometimes it's best to do that. Kurt Suzuki can't believe he didn't make contact, but just a basic four-seam fastball right over the top, challenged the hitter, got the job done.
First pitch to Sogard is a bit high. Sogard with a single, and he hit into a double play. Outfielders shallow for Sogard. Allen takes off. Oh, he got a terrific jump, and he's going to get an easy stolen base. So he picked the right time, and he gets the stolen base.
And even the all-star Alex Avila had no chance. And it's almost like Velo, as he lifted his leg, he had nothing to do. All he could do is go to the plate. He saw him taking off and tried to hurry, and just no chance for Avila. And that's, Avila does a good job, comes out from behind the plate. Really good movement as he comes and goes after the ball instead of waiting for it. But Brandon Allen, a great jump, and he stands at second.
So 2-0 to Sogard, chance to knock in a run. Hits that one high and foul down the left field. Three and one. Say Belos, a little deliberate, huh?
Yes. He was so deliberate that Brandon Allen walked to second. Times he threw to first base and decided not to, and then that's when Allen stole it easily.
And there's the walk. So Sogard is aboard, 2 on, 1 out. So top of the order, and Coco Crisp. Coco will swing around and hit from the right side. Belo has yet to get it back on the rubber.
It's been a while since the young man's been out there, so he's enjoying the
he sure is
life of the big leaguer on the mound.
Gee whiz. Coco rolls one toward Cabrera. He'll get the out at first. So both the runners move up second and third, but now 2 outs for Pennington.
Now batting, shortstop, number 2, Cliff Pennington.
So Pennington will, it's like Crisp, hit from the right side for the first time.
I figured it out. Belo's pitching now in the 6th inning, and all the rubbed up baseballs are gone. So these are new pearls that have come out, so they've got to, it's got to rub them up.
That's a good theory.
Yeah, you know, to get the texture. And, you know, the rubbed up baseballs have that mud on them, so. Cliff Pennington, that's what he did. Off-speed pitch and the top of the fence for the third time. Sizemore, Willingham, and now Pennington. Speaking of rubbed up baseballs, Jamal Weeks, remember when in Baltimore he made his major league debut? Strike one, strike two, strike three. You know what he said? I didn't know they rubbed the baseballs up that much. You could barely see it. So
really?
It was
interesting.
It was like a dirty baseball. Couldn't see it.
Well, they really are. They
a
game ball. If you looked at it, you'd probably be surprised at how dark it is.
You take a brand new baseball, the pearls they call them, and then you see one that's rubbed up. So why do they mess up these baseballs? Well, they take the sheen off. With the nice pearls, if you want autographs or something like that, but the game used. Pitchers didn't want it to be too shiny. And one bag is for the new or the rubbed up baseballs, the other for the balls that are thrown out.
Pennington shoots one to right, but Ordonez is there. Side retired. Velo gets out of it. A strand a pair. We're headed to the 7th inning. 5-1 Athletics.
Is brought to you by Xfinity, home of the most live sports, and by Chevrolet. Go to ChevyBaseball.com to support youth baseball and help make a moment kids will never forget.
Seventh inning, the A's 5, the Tigers 1. A's trying to break the Tigers' 12-game winning streak. Allen has it, and that's out number 1. Betemeet retired. It's the longest win streak for Detroit since 1930 for 77 years. Brandon McCarthy says, I'm not impressed. He's throwing great.
Well, he might be impressed, but he's not going to let it extend or do his best to make sure it doesn't extend.
He's retired 12 of the last 13. World Series, Jack. In fact, that note today, that season, 1934, last time they had a winning streak this long, they went to the World Series. The Tigers, they lost. They won it 4 times. Most recent, 1984.
Wire to wire. 35-5 to start the season. Beat the Padres in the World Series.
They've won it in 35, 45, 68, and 84.
Just wonder how many people have traveled from Detroit or just Detroit fans are making sure they come out this weekend series to watch their team. Hope at least to watch them celebrate. Talking to Jill Price, he said Mr. and Mrs. Illich, the owner of the Tigers in town, and because Mr. Ellich has been great for the city of Detroit, baseball, and also hockey town.
Yes, it is. Good hockey town.
The Red Wings, he owns them, and it's been outstanding. The Red Wings, they've won a few championships, haven't they?
Yes, they have. Austin Jackson to right field, sending de Jesus back. He's there. He's got it. McCarthy, a 5-pitch inning here in the 7th. 7th inning stretch coming up. Athletics with a 5-1 lead. 7 innings so far for McCarthy. There is action out in the bullpen. He has thrown 104 pitches. But he also got to look at that last note. He's retired 14 out of the last 50.
Hey, Cap, you look at his last 10 batters, first pitch strikes.
There you go.
The last 3 innings, got 12, 12, and 5. Remember, 5th, 6th inning, worried about pitch count, might not be able to last too long. 7 innings, and that is a great 7 innings as the 8th inning man for the A's. Balfour gets loose, so all things working well. Some offense, great pitching, spectacular defense again, and formula for a win if they can hang on for 2 more innings.
1-0 to Matsui, who's looking for his first hit. He has popped out to the third baseman in foul territory twice tonight, and he has struck out swinging. 259 the average for Matsui. And a 4-pitch walk for Matsui, so he's aboard.
Here comes Jim Leland with the pant legs pulled up high and pointing to the bullpen. Going to his right-hander.
So Belo's done. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts.
Discipline Athletics and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Athletics Investment Group, LLC.
Now batting, left fielder, number 16, Josh.
So the A's had their leadoff man on here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Tigers go to the bullpen. David Pauly steps in. Pauly, the right-hander, came over in the trade from the Seattle Mariners, along with Doug Fister. That was on the 29th of July. So Pauly to face Willingham. Nobody out. First pitch in on the outside corner. We mentioned some of those finals. Here's some notes from those finals, with the Rays beating the Red Sox 9-2. So the Rays now just 3 behind Boston in that wild card. Hellickson was the winner. He's now 13-10. Longoria hit a home run, his 27th. B.J. Upton hit a home run, his 24th or 21st. Upton's playing well as of late.
Best thing for Upton was to not be traded. He thought he was going to be gone, and they kept him, and kind of felt badly, thinking maybe traded, didn't want to be, and really playing a lot better.
Well, the Boston Red Sox are 3-11 in the month of September.
It's hard to believe.
And they have seen the Rays play well, and the Rays are right back in it. So that is the first of a 4-game series. Texas 7, the Indians 4. Agondo got his 13th win. Carmona lost. He is now 6-15 for the Indians. So for Texas, they're 4th in a row, and it was a 3-game sweep over the Indians. Beltre, another home run. He's got 25. Hamilton homered. He's got 22. Michael Young went over 100 RBIs. He had 3 tonight. So they are swinging the bats extremely well, are the Texas Rangers.
I think that was an intentional walk to Josh Hamilton before Young got the hit to clear the bases for the 3 ribbies. They're playing well.
Yep.
We'll be in there Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and we will continue our goal of not having them celebrate. The Angels are hopeful also that they will not come in here, because there's still been a week of baseball remaining by the time Rangers are here and leave.
Willingham is caught looking. So that's the 10th A's hitter to strike out in this game. So that'll bring up DeJesus.
Now batting, right fielder, number 12, David DeJesus.
So one other game in the American League, the Royals beat the White Sox 7-2. So the White Sox have lost 5 in a row. The Royals have won 5 in a row. Shot to center. Jackson's right there.
A good swing by David DeJesus, especially after getting hit on the hand in his last at bat. You know, he was able to must have gotten some quick treatment, because he used the wrist very nicely on that one and hit it hard
Now
left
batting,
center.
third baseman, number 29, Scott Sizemore.
Well, it must have not got him by much.
Yeah, that's. I think it got Avila a little bit more than it got DeJesus.
I think it got Avila a lot more than it got DeJesus. First pitch to Sizemore is a strike.
Well, you know, sometimes you have movies coming out looking for Academy Awards, and sometimes you have them in baseball. Just watching how players at times react. And
we got a winner. Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Sizemore is 1 for 3, a single and a couple of strikeouts. It's this one well to left center. Delman Young going back, and he's at the wall. He's got just enough room. He makes the catch. Side retired. 8th inning coming up. Still 5-1 A's. Train through the Redwood Forest or the beach train to Santa Cruz. Roaring Camp is the ride of a lifetime. RoaringCamp.com. All right. Got to be Grant Balfour fans. Balfour has his own song when he comes into the game. Metallica song, which those gentlemen obviously are okay with. All right. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog expert. So Balfour, the 8th inning belongs to him. He's got a 5-1 lead.
What's that song? What were they playing?
Metallica. Metallica 1.
Not 2 or 3.
What? How about this? One's enough.
Exactly.
They were having a good time on right field. So Balfour kicks, and his first pitch of the 8th inning is a fastball a bit high to Ordonez. So Balfour will face the heart of the order. Ordonez, Young, Cabrera, and if anybody gets on, Victor Martinez. One other game still going on, and it's at Dodger Stadium. The Pirates leading the Dodgers 5-2 in the game.
Against the Angels, Balfour pitched and had a lead to the point that he just challenged. He hit it with a couple of strikes, ended up giving up a home run, then decided after that enough is enough and went to the breaking ball, the curveball, and the slider, and got the job done. So he has an assortment of pitches he can use instead of just his mid-90s fastball.
The 3-1 pitch. Ordonez fouls it back. The high fastball again. This time Ordonez swings and misses, so he is 1 for 4. Struck out a couple of times, and that's out number 1.
Challenged him. High fastball. Ordonez.
Number 21.
His first at bat, singled sharp to right field. This one could not catch up to the fastball. And like Brandon McCarthy, who pitched very well up from the zone, got strikeouts, 8 of them. But I think the most impressive thing from McCarthy, boy, the last 3 innings, he just shut them down. Gave up the double to Cabrera to right field, but other than that, it's nothing.
Coke goes under it, and he's got it. Delman Young is retired.
You pitch your last 3 innings and face 10 batters, throw 10 first pitch strikes, and throw about 29 pitches in doing it. Finish with 7 strong innings. That's an outstanding performance. Looking for his 9th win. He's need 4 outs to get it.
Hit hard. Sogard hangs with it. He hits it hard, but it's out. 4-3 on the putout. And Balfour has an easy 8th inning.
way.
Here's our game summary brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. First inning, David DeJesus, a 3-run shot. A's have the home run theme tonight. Brandon McCarthy, just another good outing. 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, and 7 strikeouts. The A's can hang on. He's in line for his 9th win of the year. 1-5-0 for the Tigers, 5-8-0 for the Athletics. Scherzer went just 5 innings. And DeJesus, the home run. Suzuki and Pennington have also hit home runs for the A's. So a 3-homer night for the Athletics, as they are trying to keep the Tigers from celebrating the division title tonight. The closer, Andrew Bailey, starts to loosen up. Brandon Allen had a base hit and a stolen base in the 6th inning. A's could not get him home. Kurt Suzuki will be next for the Athletics. Cabrera throws, not in time.
Good hustle.
It really was.
Time now for the Fremont Bank play of the game. Kurt Suzuki, 3-2 fastball. Scherzer, and a home run. Left center. This one did not hit the top of the fence, over the jagged edge. Scherzer couldn't believe it. He really couldn't believe the one that Pennington hit. Max Scherzer can also think that tonight the A's hit 3 home runs, and that's a rarity for them. From May the 2nd to tonight, only the 3rd time they've done it.
So here's Suzuki with Allen aboard. It's going to be an error on the first baseman, Miguel Cabrera. I was saying it was a backhand play, but it wasn't a difficult backhand play.
Definitely a playable ball, for sure. And as much as we'd like to see A's hitters get errors or base hits, it was an error. Backhanded, hit him in the heel of his first baseman's mitt, and even though his pitcher was covering, not enough time.
Paulie came in and got Willingham, DeJesus, and Sizemore in the 7th inning. More action now. Luis Marte starts to throw. Missed again. So 3-0 to Suzuki with Sogard waiting in the on-deck circle. So in the top of the 9th, it'll be Victor Martinez, Alex Avila, and Johnny Peralta. 3 hitters. And the pitch is a bit high. So the A's, an error and a walk, and they got a rally going.
Tomorrow, Star Wars music will accompany the post-game fireworks show presented by Kelly Moore Paints. Get an A's Star Wars t-shirt by purchasing a field-level ticket online using the coupon code JEDI. Remember Return of the Jedi? Each ticket purchase will include an equal number of t-shirt vouchers for pickup at the game. $1 from every just listen to music. $1 from every Jedi ticket sold will be donated to Stand Up to Cancer. For tickets, go to oaklandathletics.com/Star Wars. It's just great music. Just lay it. There you go. All right. Let's go. good. Boy, it just gets you ready for tomorrow night, huh? For the fireworks. Knowing that music will be blasting here at the O.K. Coliseum. You say that so well.
Yeah, O.K. The people up in the value deck, they can watch the fireworks from up there. Sogard hits one towards second. There's one, and the throw is dug out by Cabrera. So Sogard, for the second time tonight, hits into the double play. So now 2 outs.
Now batting
with Brandon Allen at third, and we get back to the top of the order. Coco Crisp.
Well, Coco 2 hits. Start this game. First at bat, second at bat, first 2 innings. Strikeout on a questionable call, strike 3, and then grounded out. So I'm about to finish the night with a base hit to drive in a run.
Coco swings and misses. Coco 2 for 4, couple of singles. He's also stole a base, strikeout, and a ground out. This one's drilled left center field. Jackson on the move, and he's not going to get it. It's off the wall. Allen scores, and Coco has a double. So the A's pick up run at number 6.
And it goes to show you, Coco Crisp missed some time, but it doesn't affect him swinging the bat, playing defense, and he comes up with a big hit here to drive in the run. Runner from third, and 2 outs. From second and third, nobody out, couldn't get him in, but Coco gets the job done with 2 outs, and Jackson playing him straight away, the ball slicing away from him, one hop off the jagged edge, and Coco with 3-hit night, 3 for 5 with a run batted in.
That run batted in is 48th of the year, and here's Pennington. So an unearned run. Remember, Allen was aboard on the Cabrera air. Slices it foul. 1-1 the count. Pennington with a home run. He scored a couple of runs tonight. 1 for 4. He reached on a fielder's choice back in the first. Bailey still throwing for the A's. Cross up there. So Avila sliding to the inside part of the plate, and the pitch went to the outside part of the plate. Don't see that very often.
Well, that's why you're a good catcher in All-Star.
Hey.
He was expecting a slider to go in and actually got the strike call. That's a great adjustment by Avila. Saved his pitcher, maybe himself, a pass ball, because a lot of times they will give the catcher the pass ball instead of a wild pitch, because you know a catcher never ever doesn't know what he's calling. So if there's a cross up, it's got to be the guy receiving the signs. At least that's what I always believed.
It's fair.
That's why you don't make the signs too complicated.
Swing and a miss by Pennington. A's get a run on the Coco Crisp double. So we're on to the 9th. A's 3 outs away from a win. They lead 6-1. 6-1, the A's lead the Detroit Tigers. And Andrew Bailey comes in. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog expert. So Bailey, not a save situation, obviously, with the score 6-1. But he has not pitched since last Saturday when he got the save. In one game, the A's won down in Texas.
Barely.
Got to work for it.
Well, he should have had it easily, but had to work at it even more so with a couple of runners on in the 9th inning. Well, Graham Balfour did his job. Boy, he came in and just threw strikes. First batter 3-2, and then 2 pitches, 2 outs to end the inning.
Hits one to right center, fairly deep. Coco Crisp gets back there. He's got it. So out number 1 here in the ninth. Make sure you join us tomorrow. It'll be game 2 of the 4-game series against the Tigers. Trevor Cahill, Doug Fister. Coverage begins at 6:30 with A's pregame live. Complete A's coverage every night on Sportsnet Central and CSNCalifornia.com. The home of the A's is Comcast Sportsnet California. So game 2 of the 4-game series. There's Doug Fister. Have not seen him in a Tigers uniform. He's not pitching against the A's, but we saw him quite a bit when he was with the Seattle Mariners. He's pitched very well for Detroit.
I think he's probably getting a little bit more run support with the Tigers than he did with the Mariners.
Line out as Avila hit it hard. So that's 2 outs here in the 9th inning. Well, another guy, Fister, who went from worst to first.
Now batting, number 27, Johnny Peralta.
So Johnny Peralta steps in, 2 outs, nobody on in the 9th. So McCarthy pitches great. Bullpen comes in, does the job so far, and the A's hit 3 home runs. Left field, Willingham on the move, and just like that, this ball game is over. Well, that's a pretty good all-around performance by the Athletics tonight, and they beat the red-hot Detroit Tigers by a final score of 6-1. So the Tigers' 12-game winning streak comes to an end tonight here at the O.co Coliseum. So game 1 of the 4-game set goes to the Athletics, 6-1. DeJesus with a home run, Suzuki with a home run, Pennington with a home run, and Brandon McCarthy 7 good innings for his 9th win of the year. Don't go away. A's postgame live with Brody Brazil and Greg Cadaret starts right now.